Today I'm going to show you how to get your Echo, Google, and Siri in an infinite loop. I'm Skylar, let's get started. So, first I'm going to show you how I've got this set up. Hey Siri, read my grocery list.
I found only one reminder in grocery. Okay, Google, read my grocery list.
You have one thing on that list. Alexa, read my grocery list.
You have one item on your grocery list. Hey Siri, read my grocery list.
I found only one
You can
reminder
see they're
in
going to
grocery.
keep going in
Okay,
this
Google,
loop
read
like
my
this.
grocery list.
I'm going to end it right there by talking. I got in their way, so I ended that. And that would just keep going in a loop. Now getting it set up seems really simple, right? Just make a grocery list on each of them. But it's not quite that easy. So with Google will only read this list to people who have voice match set up. So that means in the Google Home app, we need to set up voice match settings for our Google. So since we have Siri reading to Google, the way we're going to do this is we set up voice match here, and then we can set that up by clicking Teacher Assistant Your Voice again. Once you do that, you will use Siri to teach the voice, which you will then have to get like another iPhone, which you can use Siri on. So on that other iPhone, you will use Siri and you will say to her, search for images of Hey Google.
What do you want to search for?
Images of Hey Google.
Here are some images of Hey Google I found on the web.
So yeah, sometimes that'll work for it, sometimes that won't. You can also click up here and type to change that to OK Google. You can click up there, type to change it to anything it wants you to say. Sometimes that's too slow, so you can try asking her to play a song. So you can say, play a song called Hey, and you can try that. For me, it keeps playing a song inside of my album, but for some people that might work. That's what worked for me on my other phone. You can also try having her to like say something like, hey Google, and then say a bunch of random stuff, and she might say, I don't understand what you mean by hey Google, and then a bunch of stuff. So yeah, that's how you get Google to recognize it. Now there's another process you have to do to get Siri to recognize it. So for Siri, there's a way you have to set it up. You have to go into Siri and search settings, then turn Hey Siri off and back on. Once you do that, it will ask you to set up Hey Siri. Now, getting the Echo to say the commands is really easy. You can just say, Alexa, Simon says, Hey Siri, what's the weather?
Hey Siri, what's the weather?
Just by saying Simon says, she will repeat it just like that and talk to her. And so you can set her up like that. With the Echo, she will take commands from anyone and read it off. So if I have my Google talk to her, she'll be fine with it and she'll just go with that and continue along with that. She's fine with that. Once you have that set up, there's really not much left to do. So for each of them, you just need to set a list. So for the Echo, you can say, Alexa, add to my grocery list, never mind. And so you can just tell her, without the never mind, to add something to your grocery list. In this instance, you would tell her to add, Hey Siri, read my grocery list, which will activate Siri. For Siri, you can just open up the Reminders app, create a list called Grocery, which I have that list set up, and in that grocery list, you can add, Okay Google, read my grocery list. Then, when Google hears that, to add to Google, you have to say, Okay Google, add to my grocery list, never mind. But you would say, add Alexa, read my grocery list to that. She also messes up and he says read, but Alexa still understands it correctly, never mind. While setting this up, you are going to get a lot of accidentally people hearing things, so when you're not using one, it's best to either unplug it, or you can push the button on your Alexa to mute it, or unplug your iPhone to deactivate the Hey Siri feature. That way you're not constantly activating them accidentally. While you're setting things up and you say Simon Says, you need to either bring your iPhone out of the room so that it doesn't hear you saying the Hey Siri things and hear you, or you can either whisper to your Echo so that Siri doesn't hear you, basically something like that. And so let me show you again how this would turn out. Read my grocery list.
I found only one reminder in grocery. Okay, Google, read my grocery list.
You have one thing on that list. Alexa, read my grocery list.
You have one item on your grocery list. Hey Siri, read my grocery list.
I found only one reminder in grocery. Okay, Google, read my grocery list.
You have one thing on that list. Alexa, read my grocery list.
You have one item on your grocery list. Hey Siri, read my grocery list.
I found only one reminder in grocery.
I'm Skylar. Thanks for watching. Bye.